The following is an exclusive presentation of CST. Welcome to New Orleans, home of Bourbon Street, Mardi Gras, and the LHSAA State Farm Football Classic. Today, the 2A title is on the line at the Dome as the top-ranked John Curtis Patriots take on the second-seeded Winnfield Tigers. Who will raise the trophy? Kickoff is next on CST. Are filing in for a big day of high school football. From the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, CST is proud to bring you the 2011 LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic, presented by Southern Quality Ford Dealers. Tonight, the Winnfield Tigers face off against the John Curtis Christian Patriots in the 2A championship game. Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the Superdome. John Curtis has been to this championship game 16 years in a row. Winnfield, they were here 29 years ago. Their opponent was John Curtis. And with me is Rob Mishmack. Rob, Winnfield won the state championship.
They did back in 1992, and they have not been here since then. Prior to that, Dennis, their only other trip to the Superdome Classic was in 1919. But they did beat John Curtis that year. John Curtis has been here 16 straight times, as you said. 31st appearance. They've won 23 state championships. But today we've got number one in John Curtis seated against number two. So you can't get it much better than that.
And some very good running backs on both of these teams tonight.
But you take a look at, for John Curtis, Sherman Body on the season, 1,132 yards and 18 touchdowns. He's been a workhorse for the Patriots. And a couple of guys to keep a look at on Winnfield. Both running backs, Trey Gilbert and Alonzo Moore. Look at their yardage and touchdowns. Dennis, each of them over 1,300 yards and 47 touchdowns between them. Dennis, they've been both so balanced with those two guys. Gilbert has 133 carries, Moore 137.
Well, let's talk about keys to victory for this game as Winnfield takes on John Curtis.
Well, the Southern Quality Ford keys to victory, they're pretty easy. For Winnfield, you hadn't been here in 29 years. You've got the talent and the coaching to play with John Curtis. Just avoid that first-time stage fright that seems to grab teams when they get in this big arena. If you do that, you've got a chance at winning a title. For John Curtis, they've got to stop the run. They just cannot allow Moore and Gilbert just to run up and down the field for Winnfield, because Winnfield's going to try and pound you. So John Curtis needs to be real physical up front with their front four.
We'll have more of our pregame festivities. The kickoff is straight ahead, exclusively on CST.
People look up to our craftsmanship, Cribs Incorporated. People look up to our roofing, we craft each job with care. Shingles, metal, slate, or tile, the quality's beyond compare. Raise your standards, set 'em high. You choose Cribs and here is why. People look up to our craftsmanship, Cribs Incorporated.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is, in one word, fabulous.
Important medical alert for Prozac users. If you or a loved one use the prescription drug Prozac before or during pregnancy and have a child born with congenital heart defects, atrial septal defect, ventricular septal defect, hypoplastic heart syndrome, pulmonary hypertension, abdominal or cranial defects, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation and future medical expenses for your child's condition.
Call 1-800-457-1933.
Time is limited to file a claim.
Call 1-800-457-1933.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Why are you still sitting on that couch? You know you could be out there cooking for a living. You speak food. That's why you got to call Le Cordon Bleu. They'll help get you out there with training in less time than you think. Sounds good, right? So grab your phone right now and call Le Cordon Bleu. They'll send you a complimentary career guide so you can see what it's really like to work in the culinary arts.
Call 1-800-719-8154 or text GOLCB18 to 94576. Call or text now.
Did you call yet?
The 2011 LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic on CST is being brought to you by State Farm, JC Fidel Energy Services, Coca-Cola, ExxonMobil, Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, Take 5 Oil Change, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Napa Auto Parts, and Louisiana Propane Dealers. Well, just moments ago, JT Curtis getting the game ball.
And also Andy Piles receiving the game ball. Both principals also included in the presentation. Congratulations being passed around. Andy Piles, undefeated, was a assistant coach on Doug Morrow's staff back in 1982 when they beat this John Curtis team, coincidentally, Dennis, in this building at the exact same time, 11 a.m. in the morning.
Well, just moments ago, Winnfield getting ready to come on to the playing field here at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Let's go get this. Stay champs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stay champs.
Well, this is what it's all about, Rob. You play all season long, and the ultimate goal is to get a chance to play for the state championship.
Well,
and Winfield's here.
And the ultimate goal of a coaching staff is to get a group of young men here. And Winfield High School's had a proud tradition, but it's been, like you said, 29 years since they've been here. Dennis, they've won tons of district championships. And what can you say about that man right there? First, you say class, and you say ambassador of the game for the state of Louisiana. 504 victories, second all-time in the nation. Only one other coach in any level of football, NFL, college, or high school, has won more football games than John Curtis.
And the looks of him there, Rob, he has many more wins to come.
Well, when you win as much as he does, you don't have as much stress, you don't have as much gray hair, and you eat well and you sleep well. And you end up looking like you're 29 years old.
Yeah,
he's a pop-off.
We've done a lot of John Curtis games over the years. Now let's check in with the third member of our broadcast crew for the first time tonight. Here's Aaron Cofield.
Hey, Dennis. Well, yesterday I spoke with Winnfield head coach Andy Piles, and he told me that in the playoffs their motto has been, why not us? He told me he was at home watching one of those 30 for 30 documentaries on the Red Sox and the Yankees, and Kurt Schilling was in a bus, and someone outside the bus said, you know, who's going to win the game? And he said, why not us? And Coach Piles said it just really hit home for him, especially coming into this game, JT Curtis, with the history that they have. So why not them? They're looking to pull this one out here today.
Well, I'm glad to see Erin made it. I missed her at the production meeting this morning, but she's
ready to go, though.
She looks great.
And we're ready to go, and we are glad that all of you have joined us for high school football, Louisiana style. This is the 2A championship of our state. We have 5 different classes of football, 1 to 5. And you see the young men from River Ridge, John Curtis, taking the field. Lyndon is the young man who will tee it up at the 40 and kick it. So here is the JC Fidel Energy Services kickoff from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. We are set to go. Waiting for the sign to kick it.
Number 1 against number 2. And danger deep for Winnfield at the 10-yard line.
Well, we see the teams in Louisiana from 1 to 32. Number 1 against number 2. As you mentioned, and here's more with it as he steps back to the 20. He is shown the door. Pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's where the Tigers will put it in play. It was Jason Jome who made the tackle for Winnfield.
Alonzo Morrow heads off the field, and you see him heading into the huddle, and you see some statistics on the season. Passing, they don't like to throw it a lot, but, buddy, they have got some wheels in Winnfield. They can run the football, and they run it well. And they've got some big men up front. Moore will take the direct snap.
Hand it off on the right side and slipping over there. Looked like it was opening up just a bit for Gilbert, but down he goes. Wiley forced him down.
Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine starting lineups, the backs and receivers for Winnfield: Gilbert, Jackson, James, Gilbert, and Michael Patterson. Up front in a good offensive front: Little, Phillips, Jones, Rodriguez, and Cousin. Andy Powell said this is the best front that he has seen at Winnfield, including back in 1982 when he was there and they won it all.
Straight centered back to the quarterback again, Alonzo Moore, but there's nowhere for him to go. He's down at the 20 in 2 plays. They are right where they started. Duke Riley came in.
The Nike end zone shot shows you right there. There was a hole there, but he couldn't get there quick enough, run down from behind. A lot of speed in that John Curtis defense, especially in that linebacking spot.
3rd down, almost 10 to go. Almost 10 to go as Alonzo Moore is standing back at the 15. He wants to throw it, and then he wants to keep it, and he's down at the 16-yard line, 3 and out. For Winnfield High School, it was Torrey Bell who came charging through to make the tackle.
Looked like he lost his footing when he tried to break out of the pocket. Now he got tripped up by a lineman. So Winnfield will have to punt it. And Curtis should get good field position.
Gilbert is standing back at the 5-yard line. He kicks it away. It's a low kick that is hitting at the 45-yard line and end up being returned by John Curtis. There's a flag on the field as Allen is running the football. He's going to take it home, but there is a flag on the field, so we'll have to check the laundry.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good call, too, blocking the back. That's coming back. Got a couple of looks at it here on the Nike replay. You see the blocking back on the right-hand side of your screen. And that's going to get you every time right there. And the official was right on top. Another look at it right there, and he got him, and then they threw the flag right at him.
During the return, illegal block in the back.
Officials, referee Randy Donald, Terry Allen, the umpire linesman Larry Brown, James Freeman is the line judge, the field judge Marty White, side judge Scott Coons, and the back judge, whoops.
But John Curtis.
He's a good one, whoever the back judge is.
You bet he is. John Curtis will start from their own 34-yard line, and Abby Tuesday at the quarterback for Curtis. He'll hand it ahead. The ball's on the ground. Gave it that time to Horton. And the official is going to say that Horton was down.
2nd down and 4. Let's take a look at it on the replay, see if any of it was down. Took a pretty good pop. Good call. Ground can't cause a fumble.
It's a gain of almost 7 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down, 4 to go. Tuesday once again is up under center, and he's handing off the way that Curtis always does as they give it to James, and James pounds into the middle of the line. Hargrove made the tackle, but not before James has a Patriot 1st down.
And Abby Tozet, 57% completions. They don't throw it a lot either. 4 touchdown passes. These are 2 teams that run, and run a little more. 3 yards in a cloud of rubber. It's not dust anymore.
Up under center again, and once again, Curtis just keeps running it. They run it across midfield. This time as Horton has the football again, and he is hurrying for a nice gain on first down.
The John Curtis Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine starting lineups, the backs and receivers, James, Horton, Perrier, Martin, and Garden. And up front, Godfrey, Solomon, Pamimbo, Kimball, and Taylor.
Handed off on the right side. Cut down at the 45-yard line is Horton.
And the defensive starters, again, brought to you by Tulane Sports Medicine, Patterson, Hargrove, Hardwell, and Smith up front, and they got their work cut out for them today. Ellis, Davis, and Swafford, the linebackers, they'll be in a lot of tackles in the backs. In the secondary, Jones, Jackson, Harden, and Williams.
Williams made the tackle in that last play. 3rd down 1, but this is John Curtis football, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah, well, what you've got to do is put them in second. You need to keep them in second and long. Don't let them get 5 or 6 or 7 on first down because they'll ride you out all day long. Like that.
First down there. Oh, it's bolting into the secondary. Goes James. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, John Curtis.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just lull you 5 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards at a time, and then they pop it. So the Patriots, on their first drive, taking the distance.
45 yards.
Look at the hole
for the touchdown.
Replay brought to you by Nike. Hill swinging gate.
Austin Linden is in the game to attempt the point after touchdown. Curtis trying to go up 7-0, and they do as Linden kicks it through. Let's take it to break, and we'll let the John Curtis running back James take you to the commercial on CST.
Jake from State.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm.
Count on your local State Farm agent to always be there for you.
Get to a better state.
Okay, it's game day. Where tradition runs deeper than your Uncle Boudreaux's gumbo. Face paint? Check. Pom-poms? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and an EcoBoost engine delivering 22 mpgs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Get $5,500 cash back from Ford, or 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 trade-in assistance on all F-150 XLTs. Louisiana Saturdays at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
J.C. Fidel Energy Services is devoted to professional service, an unwavering commitment to safety, protection of the environment, and minimizing cost to our clients. Through our products that include containment berms, vacuum trucks, wireline services, frac tanks, gas busters, construction services, and 24-hour emergency response, we provide the amenities needed for our clients with one point of contact. J.C. Fidel, safety, integrity, and service.
We produce the wax that's used in the crayons that make her world brighter. We provide the jobs and invest in the projects that make our economy stronger. We donate the time to work on the projects that make our community better. From the materials we produce to our educational and community outreach programs to the countless jobs we provide and support, ExxonMobil is working hard to ensure a better and brighter Baton Rouge. ExxonMobil, working in the community, working for you.
Welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The John Curtis Christian Patriots with a 7-0 lead over Winnfield.
They been here 2 straight years. As you look at the State Farm scoring drive, 5 plays, 66 yards, 2:11 off the clock. James goes 45 with it to the house. But they haven't won a state championship in 08. They were beaten in 09 and last year by Evangel, the team they had to beat coincidentally in the semifinals to get here today. So the John Curtis Patriots last time they won a state championship, their seniors were freshmen.
Austin Linden will kick it off once again for John Curtis, and he'll kick it to Moore again. Moore is looking for some running room out to the right side. He's across the 20 with it, and he's out to the 22. Winfield will play it from their own 22.
Well, the Louisiana propane dealers will tell you how John Curtis got here easily. I mean, they defeated Dunham, Belle Platte, Kinder, and Evangel, a 9 and a 5 seed in the quarter to semi, and really those games were never in doubt. And JT Curtis would like to leave this one with no doubt today and make a statement.
Sammy Sanasardo made the tackle for John Curtis from the 22. Let's see what Winfield can do with it the second time that they get the football. Moore, and this time is handing it in there, and there's no gain. Maybe a gain of 1 as the offensive line surges forward for Gilbert.
And the Tulane Institute of Sport Medicine starting defensive line, Lorden, Cortez, and Lemoyne. The linebackers, Buford, Riley, Thomas, and Bell. And in the secondary, Cooper, Dale, Allen, and Wami.
Wiley made the tackle, giving 2 on first down. Make it second down, 8 to go for Winfield. The Tigers from up in Central Louisiana. The pass is caught right at the first down marker.
I think he's going to get it.
Throw it to Gilbert, and it looked like he picked it up.
Going to get the right foot mark. Moore under pressure, but was able to get the pass off. Got it to Gilbert. Gilbert got enough.
Well, the Winfield Tigers in their white headgear, trimmed in red, their white jerseys and their white breeches this afternoon. John Curtis, white helmets, the red shirts and the white pants. Keep it for Moore. It's open up, and he is running with the football as he is charging across the 45-yard line, and he shot through there like a flash for a Tiger first down. Allen made the hit.
He's a dangerous athlete, and he doesn't need much. And right here, he doesn't get much, but he takes advantage of what he's got and makes a play. Gets into the second level, secondary having to make the tackle.
Two first downs in a row now for Winfield on their drive as they play it from the 46-yard line. There's the direct snap and the handoff to Gilbert again, looking for running room. He's dancing around, but he's not going to find any because John Curtis grabbed him. They slowed him down, and then they swarmed on him after a gain of about 1.
Well, the Louisiana propane dealers will give us a look at how Winfield got here. That game against Episcopal was a war. Episcopal was one of the better teams in Class 2A, and Calvary game was tight at half. They pulled away in the second half. But that Episcopal football team they beat was an outstanding football team. Travis Bourgeois' club out of Baton Rouge.
Hit another nice pass. A little behind the receiver, but a great catch right there. Pulled in by Chark. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, threw it a little behind him, but he went up, got it, and fell forward, first down again. Another look here. Look at this catch. One hand pulling it into the body, making a big play in a big game on a big stage.
B.J. Chark who made that catch. Here come the Tigers. A good drive going for Winfield. The young men from up in Wynn Parish. Throw it high. One-on-one coverage. It's batted up in the air and knocked away incomplete.
Went for it all that time. Tried to use the height advantage that Jewett has. Good coverage by J.T. Curtis in the backfield. Getting a hand on it. Nearly picked it off Alexander. Jewett had to turn into a defensive back there to stop the interception. Did a nice job.
Second down, 10 to go now. Once again, Moore will note the football, but they were keying on him. Down goes Alonzo Moore. Thomas grabbed him. He got a hold of him, and then he just pulled him to the ground.
Yeah, no chance for Moore that time. Great penetration by the Curtis front four, and a couple of linebackers come in to mop it up.
Third down now, third down 13 for Winfield. Tigers put a wide out to the left. They have a man out to the right.
Wouldn't be a bad place for a screen pass.
Take it and then throw it. A well-designed play is incomplete as the ball is thrown too high. Too high that time to DJ Chark. But Rob, there was a lot going on that play.
Yeah, a lot.
First they fake it to a back.
Would not have been enough for the first down. So they'll have to punt it away. But they did pick up some field position.
D. Gilbert. Standing back at his own 45-yard line to punt the ball. He kicks it high. The ball is sailing out of bounds on the right side of the field. So the officials will mark it. And they will mark it at the 35. And that's what they're playing for. That's what's on the line this afternoon in New Orleans.
If there's one thing we know more than auto parts, it's saving on auto parts. Stop into Napa and get great deals like a 5-piece gear wrench ratcheting wrench set for $29.99. Napa also has a Crescent brand 128-piece tool gift set, only $49.99. Keep saving and keep starting with Car Start Jump Starter, only $42.99. For more great deals, see the pros with the Napa know-how.
Hello, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Checking in? All right, welcome to the Town Place Suites by Marriott. Pets and mascots are welcome at the New Orleans Town Place Suites by Marriott. There's everything a mascot could need to get ready for the big game. Thank you. Have a good game. Our mascot promotion is really catching on. Town Place Suites by Marriott, New Orleans. Your home away from home. Located in the Harahan Elmwood Business Park.
Every day at Golden Flake, it all starts with a special premium potato that longs for something more flavor and more crunch, seeking a life of delicious variety and guaranteed freshness in every chip and every bag. That's what Golden Flake brings to the table. For us, these are the good times, finding our way to your neighborhood grocery and into your basket headed home, turning potatoes into the life of your party. Golden Flake, the South's original potato chip.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is in one word, fabulous.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is the Class 2A state championship game. John Curtis leads Winnfield 7-0. I'm with Todd Martin, who's with Marler Ford, which is in the Southern Quality Ford group. Why is it important to the group to be involved with high school athletics?
Well, anytime that we can support young people in their endeavors, whether it's in sports or in education, we should do it. And it's very important that we be a part of such an event like this.
All right, you've got your Winnfield red on. He's actually the school board president at Winnfield. So what does this game mean to the community?
Well, in Winnfield, football is everything. We put our kids first in everything that we do. We have a quality education system in Wynn Parish, and we love our football. And practically the whole town is here today. The last time we was here is 1982. We played John Curtis. We wasn't expected to win, and we won. And we're going to do the same thing today.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Dennis, Rob?
All right, thank you, Aaron. And Rob, we can attest to what that gentleman was saying. We spent many hours in Winnfield, and they love their Tigers in that town.
Well, and I love Brenda's chicken.
You bet.
Whenever you're in Winnfield, I mean, I don't know what she does, but it's special. And they have brought the city of Winnfield here. And boy, it was a chilly, rainy night when we were in Winnfield earlier this week. Felt like you were up north.
Up to the line of scrimmage. John Curtis again handed off and not going anywhere. Look at the Tigers come in and stack the play up. On the hit was Patterson, And also for Winnfield was Leroy Hardwell.
That's what you want to do, is put him in second and third and long. Now, this is no guarantee on 3rd and 14 that John Curtis is going to throw the football. I've seen him pick up 20 on 3rd and 19 and seen him do it for years. They have that much confidence in their run game.
Tuesday is up under center. He wears number 13. He puts a man in motion. Perrier there in motion, and then Tuesday is looking to throw it. He is being bothered in the backfield. His pass would have been short of the first down anyway, but the Winnfield Tigers have held the John Curtis Patriots, and the Patriots will punt it back to Winnfield.
So that's a victory right there. It's not points, but a victory for the Winnfield defense to 3 and out them.
Robbie Campo is in the game to punt it. He kicks the ball, and a long punt down to the 27-yard line, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think they were set, Dennis. You've got to be set when you get out there. And well, let's thank the following sponsors for helping bring continued success to our game of the week, our weekly game of the week, 14 weeks of the season. New Orleans Saints, State Farm, Nike, Cajun Industries, JC Fodale Energy, Southern Quality Ford, ShopRite, Church Point Wholesale, La Quinta, Wendy's, Piccadilly, Enterprise, Louisiana, Healthcare Connections. Dennis, our game of the week, 14 straight weeks all over this beautiful state, and couldn't do it without those people's help and support.
Have illegal substitution on the white team. That penalty is declined. Going to be first down for the whites.
So an illegal substitution on Winnfield declined because of a very fine punt, and so the ball will be marked at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will play it. But you know, they're happy about their last drive. They moved the football fairly well, and then they come up with a big stop. So the Tigers have it back, trailing 7-0, and Moore is waiting for the direct snap again as he runs the show for Winnfield, opening up over there for Gilbert. Gilbert's to midfield with the ball. He's all the way to midfield as he is shooting across the line of scrimmage. Gilbert, a big game.
When he headed northward, it looked like it was shot out of a cannon right here. That's that burst of speed and get into the secondary, and my goodness.
23 yards on the
Gami got him, but Gilbert picks up a first down. A big chunk.
Moore this time,
no sir.
We'll keep it. There was nowhere for him to go as he was stacked up. Riley was the first Patriot to get to him. John Curtis does a good job of gang tackling. Once the first Patriot grabs a ball carrier, here comes another Patriot.
Well, let's take a look at the Gulf Coast Office Products fact of the game. Last meeting between these two, Winnfield won it 29-14, their last state championship and only state championship.
Handed off on the inside, but once again, John Curtis had a number of their linemen in the backfield, and one of those linemen in the backfield was Eric Thomas, and he had some help from a teammate, Kyle Cortez.
Yeah, nobody got a body on either of the two linebackers, and they were there to make the play. 3rd and 12, and Chalk of Gilbert would be your guys to go downfield to.
Moore wants to throw it. Now he's scrambling. He's looking for a receiver. He throws it incomplete. Had to throw it across his body as he was rolling to the left side, and that's a tough throw for a right-hander. Let's look at it again.
Throw it, moving the opposite way, and no time to set your feet. You're just running for your health. A little frustration, but didn't turn it over.
Here comes the punt again by Winnfield. They have a chance to pin Curtis back a little bit as a high kick that is going to be returned by James. James is out to about the 24-yard line.
Well, let's thank some of these New Orleans area sponsors, the local sponsors, the Hampton Inns and Suites of New Orleans. Thank you, Mr. Eddie Jacobs. 2 downtown locations. We're staying at the beautiful Convention Center location right across from the New Orleans Convention Center. And FlashFixPhoto.com, your official website for the LHSAA. And from Winnfield, the Bank of Winnfield, Brenda's Chicken, Pharmacy Services, Family Jewel Box, Coal and Tire, Coal Oil and Tire, Autumn Leaves Nursing and Rehab Center, Woodlands Behavioral Center, and Max Fresh Market. We visited all of those people, wonderful people up in Winnfield. We want to thank them for their support of today's Class 2A final.
There's a gain of 4 on the play. 2 very, very fine high schools in our state, John Curtis and River Ridge. Of course, they're known all over the country. Got a pretty good former player in Joe McKnight playing for the Jets right now. And Winnfield, always a football power. Up to the line of scrimmage, playing it second down.
That looked like motion.
And 6.
15 seconds to go in the quarter.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5 yards, remains second down.
Another look at it here. Flinch just a tad early. So it'll set them back, second down and 11. And this is exactly what Winnfield wants, is for that man's team to be second, third, and long. First down is such a big down when you're playing John Curtis. You can't let them get the 6 to 78 yards on first down.
Maybe time for one more play before the first quarter ends. It moved all the way down to 1 second, and once again,
prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5 yards from the previous spot, remains second down.
All right, so the clock ran out. Now you've got to have another play on a defensive penalty, but I think it can end on an offensive penalty, and that's going to, I believe, wind up the first quarter. So we have played 1 quarter of the 2A state championship game of Louisiana, and John Curtis up 7-0. They scored the first time they had the football.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is, in one word, fabulous.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas from Atmos Energy, the comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Tronics Country says you're approved, guaranteed.
I wanted a new computer, but I couldn't get financed.
If you have an active checking account and can afford low, flexible payments, you're already approved, guaranteed. There's no credit check, so you won't be turned down.
Tronics Country approved me quickly.
I got instant approval, and it was easy.
And with your paid order, we'll add a free color printer, free MP3 music player, and free LCD TV. Call now and tell us where you want your brand new computer and free gifts shipped today.
If you need cash now, here's how to get up to $1,500 fast with instant approval and no credit checks. Simply log on to this website now, tell us how much you need, and in minutes the funds can be wired, regardless of bad credit. Need Cash is available online 24/7, so the cash you need can be just minutes away. Log on to the website on your screen now and see how quickly you can get the cash you need.
Well, the second quarter is brought to you by Garrity Printing. And here's a look at the Slap Ya Mama Cajun Seasoning first quarter stats. See them right there. Winfield with 4 first downs to 2. And the score at the end of the first quarter, 7-0 John Curtis. You don't need a lot of first downs when you can break it for a touchdown. That's what Curtis did on a big play. Now they're handing off in the middle out to the 21. Smith is tackling. They gave the ball in there to Allen. Winfield has made some adjustments on that defensive line as they're doing a good job stacking up that dive play by John Curtis. Now, Curtis, they love to trap you in the middle. And when they do trap you, there's a big hole. But so far, a pretty good job by Winfield with the exception of the one big run. They'll hand it off this time on a draw to Body, and he's down at the 21-yard line. Patterson was looking for him.
And that goes back to what we were saying earlier. 3rd and 14. They don't mind running the football. That is not a definite passing down for them, and you've seen them pick it up so many times.
Campo is in the game to punt it away. He steps up, kicks it. Winfield got very, very close to him, but they didn't bump him, and the ball takes a Patriot bounce inside the 30. Gets trickling down to the 28-yard line. That's where Winfield will play it. And let's go back and look at the
He did get touched, but his foot was on the ground, not up in the air. Well, I take that back.
Well, the punt got a nice roll, and when it was all said and done, it was good for 50 yards. The Tigers get the ball again at their own 28. Once again, Moore is going to hand it to Gilbert, and Gilbert finds running room out to the right side as he is swiftly moving out there for a Winfield first down.
Another look here, Dennis. If you notice, Gilbert is having the success running outside. Moore is not having success, and he's running it inside. I think if they could get Alonzo Moore out on the edge, he's a guy that might be able to break the distance.
Good job of blocking by Winfield down the field, and skillfully Gilbert got behind those blocks, and he got a first down. Moore this time will keep it, and Robbie tries to do what you just said to get to the outside, but he's not going to make it because the Patriots close down the left side, the right side of their defensive line, and Riley and Thomas were there for the Patriots.
Well, they missed a block that would have given him an opportunity to get outside, and they slowed him down, and Patriots just came from everywhere to finish him off. But he's got speed. Gilbert's a power back that's got a little bit of speed, but if you can get more with those big strides heading north and south.
Second down, 12 to go. Moore is scrambling. He's on the ground. They say he's down. The whistle blew. It blew at the 46-yard line, so he picks up about 3, and that'll set up a third down and long.
Watch the knee. Right there, he's down. Good call by the officials. 3rd and 8, and Winfield will go with a 4-receiver set.
Wide receiver out to the right. They have a man out to the left. As the handoff is once again given in there to Gilbert, and Gilbert's running with
well, he's got the hot hand.
40-yard line as he just slashes through for another first down.
Keep feeding the baby. I mean, he's got the hot hand. Another look at it here. A lot of determination as I watch the hole open up right here. Nice block on Riley, and picks up first down yardage. Winfield moving the football here with 8:30 to go in the second quarter.
At the 40-yard line, the Tigers are driving.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
And that keeps the ball. It's on the ground. Is it recovered by John?
No, sir.
Or did it go out of bounds?
Went out of bounds. They said he didn't get to it early enough.
They rolled it.
Another look at it. Let's take a look. JT's doing his politicking. This will show you. He did not. He's bobbling the ball as he went out of bounds.
Clearly out of bounds.
It's a good call. Good call by the official.
A gain of 9. And so now it's second down 1 for Winfield. They're in pretty good shape here as the Tigers are driving.
Gilbert.
Give it to Gilbert, and Gilbert puts his head down. He tries to power ahead for the first down, but he couldn't get there. He's about a half-yard short of the first down.
Let's take a look at the Raising Cane's Chicken Finger State rankings. Well, Winfield actually ended the season ranked number 1, Curtis number 2. And there's that Episcopal team that Winfield had to beat at 4. John Curtis, and they also beat that Calvary Baptist Club. John Curtis, you see, beat Kinder, who's in that top 5, and
it's a third down situation. The Tigers try to quarterback sneak it, and they get the first down. First down, Winfield inside the 30-yard line. Coach Andy Pyle's team trying to tie this game up.
So the power rating system has Curtis 1, Winfield 2. The sports writers have it reversed. Winfield 1, Curtis 2.
You notice that Winfield played one more game than Curtis. But our power ratings, and that's how we seed them here in Louisiana. You start the season with 1 play in 32 and so on. And John Curtis seeded number 1, Winfield number 2, and it worked out pretty well because you have both of them in the championship game. Moore gives it to Gilbert. Gilbert cuts back. He is hit at the 30-yard line, and a flag comes flying into the pile.
So far today, what Gilbert has done is he's found his holes and he's made the most of them. 9 carries for 64 yards, 7 yards a carry. He's just running that run until he sees a hole and he's taking advantage. Run, find my hole.
Well, he's taking a good angle, Rob, when they give him the ball because he's laying back.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, remains first down.
And as you mentioned, looking inside, and he looks a little more outside. When he finds a gap, that's where he goes. It's first down again, but this time back at the 40. First down and 20 to go. Moore wants to run it. He's scrambling, and there he goes to the 30, to the 20. Moore is scampering with the football inside the 15-yard line. He's out of bounds at the 14.
He's such a long strider, Dennis, that when he can get out on the edge, he's very dangerous. That's why he returns punts and kicks for him.
26 yards.
His stride is about 2 yards.
Yeah, he was putting him up, picking him up and putting him down out to the left
being
side.
He's being recruited by Mississippi State and Nebraska as an athlete, and that he is.
He's waiting for the snap. Let's see if he goes back to Gilbert. He does. Gilbert is straight into the middle. He powers his way, muscles in there for a yard. That's it.
Gilbert's a banger. I mean, he reminds me of a Wisconsin running back. Of course, their helmet looks like the Wisconsin Badgers, and he looks a little like Monty Ball.
Well, let's take a break as we step aside.
Whether you're running for fun or for home, no matter if you're jumping for joy or for the gold, whether you do it for him or for the win, we'll be there. Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, for the athlete in all of us. Call 1-877-SPORTY.
Welcome back, everybody. Our score 7-0. John Curtis.
Let's take a look at the injury. Right there in the middle of the play. Yeah, he gets bent back, and his arm actually looked like it was behind him. He might have got chicken winged.
Jesse Phillips.
Yep.
But he walked off.
And probably the helmet to the rib had something to do with it too.
Second down, 8 to go. The Tigers are driving, and the Patriots defending, leading 7-0. And Moore waiting for the snap. He has Gilbert with him, and he'll keep it himself. Try to reverse his field and go back to the left side. It was good for about a yard, but that's it. And now we're going to play it 3rd down, 7.
Michael Patterson, number 2, another outstanding athlete. You see the current drive. That's what they want to do. That's what they love to do. But keep an eye on number 2. He's a special athlete. Michael Patterson just entered the lineup. Got a lot of hype. They may go with a fade pattern to the far corner of the end zone. That's what they're going to do to Patterson.
Way to the corner. Intercepted. Thrown short, and I believe picked off by the John Curtis Patriots. They get it. It was Ricardo Allen who got it.
They read that one, Dennis, and when I saw Patterson come in on that side, I figured they were going to go the fade with him. Dennis, he's got the height advantage. He's 6'4", but the ball was underthrown, and they were all over it.
Well, they had it double covered, and Richard Allen went way up in the air, and a nice look at the interception by the John Curtis Patriot. That stops the Winnfield drive. And now Curtis gets it back again.
And this is where they always seem to pull one out of their hat. Late in the half, they always seem to pull a big play.
Handed in the middle. Didn't look like much, Rob, but when it was all said and done, it was a gain of 5.
When I'm talking about big play,
his body got it, Sherman body.
They kind of lull you, and I've seen it so many times with John Curtis. Right before the half, they just sting you with one.
Smith made the tackle.
So it's a dangerous time right here for Winnfield. You want to go down 7-0 or stop them and get the ball back.
Here they come up to the line of scrimmage. Abby Tuzay calling the signals and handing it off. And a gain of about 3, and a flag comes down. So
that's going to be
spirited conversation.
That's going to be one of those things I always talk about.
That's a personal foul, not unsportsmanlike. So maybe we can see what happened there. The penalty is going to go on John Curtis, or at least that's what the initial indication was.
It had nothing to do with the play, is what I mean. If you're going to pop somebody, take a shot at somebody, or jaw somebody,
personal foul. On the offense, down count, 3rd down, half difference from the spot.
There's no place for it. Your coaches preach it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And
sometimes they do.
And Sometimes they do. Yeah, a little right-hand jaw there after the play was over, and you can't hit somebody in the head.
And so since it was after the play, they'll lose the down, of course, and so it goes to third down, and very, very long third down. 16 to go. John Curtis just hands it straight ahead in there to Body again, Sherman Body. Patterson came up to hit him. And he had DeMarcus Smith with him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, they got him in and out. They got him in and out quick on that 3 downs, and going to get the ball back with 4 minutes to go in the half around midfield. Winnfield has done a fine job here defensively, and they've got the dangerous one back, Mr. Moore.
Campo's in the game again to punt it. He's standing back at his own 2-yard line, gets it away. The kick will hit. Moore watches it and then gets away from it. Another good John Curtis bounce and goes all the way to the 32-yard line. The Tigers of Winnfield will have it when we come back from New Orleans.
It's chilly in New Orleans.
Listen, do you hear that? That's the sound of our presses running. It's music to our ears. We're Garrity Print Solutions, and we've been humming along for 25 years. Companies just like yours send us their toughest jobs. Look, your direct mail is personalized and ready to go. Bet your phone starts ringing? It always does. We're Garrity Print Solutions.
He's lucky.
Lucky Dog has an unorthodox bowling style. What the? That's one lucky dog.
Everyone who shops at Aaron's has a lucky dog, too. You don't need credit at Aaron's to get name brand furniture, electronics, appliances, and computers at the guaranteed low price. You're pre-approved. Flexible payment plans. Nobody beats Aaron's.
Spin move. Between the legs. Under the legs. Overhead lying down. Blindfolded. Unbelievable. That's one lucky dog.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is in one word, fabulous.
The punt was good for 52 yards.
Some of the Winnfield fans looking on as their Tigers have kept it close here in the first half, and there goes Moore.
Moore bobbles the snap and grabs it and runs it right near the first down marker. But isn't it amazing when you have maybe a punt that's dropped or a play like that seems like the defense just freezes momentarily. And Moore grabbed it and then found somewhere to go with it after he located the ball.
Yeah, snap was high, but he did a good job of bringing it down and picked up a first down run of 11.
First down, Winnfield. At the 43-yard line, Gilbert will try the right side. Gilbert has a nice gain as he goes out just across midfield. On the tackle was Lemoyne.
Gilbert coming right into your lazy boy. They nearly got it stripped.
Gilbert does a good job of following his blockers. And that time he picked up a block out there and cut it in for a nice gain of 8 yards. Second down, 8 to go. Moore.
Look at that move. My goodness.
Outside, he fakes a pass, runs it to the 40. With a great block, he is pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Oh, that's special.
But these two young men of Winnfield showing their athletic ability.
Watch
now look at Moore to the outside.
Watch this move by Moore. Freeze. And then they get a great block downfield right here. This is called little Fred Astaire-ish. The dead leg
got him out of bounds. Gilbert is going through a little opening to the 20. Gilbert is flying down.
Well, they're slashing him now.
16-yard line. Another Winnfield first down.
They are slashing them now.
15 yards on the carry.
A lot of yardage for Winnfield in this first half, but they don't have any points to show for it. They'd love to get it here. Gilbert nearing 100 yards in the first half. 152 rushing yards in this first half for Winnfield.
Moore keeps it on the left side, and he is shooting through a hole to the 11. So a nice gain. He got 5 on first down.
Allen on the stop.
Second down, 5 to go. What a good drive by the Winnfield Tigers.
And they are just letting the clock trickle down as they'd love to score this with under a minute to go in the half.
Yep. Second and 5. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. Another high snap, and this time Moore will just have to fall on it.
That hurt.
But after getting 5 on first down, you lose about 6 or 7 on that play.
Dennis,
that'll make it tough.
That's the 3rd or 4th time that the snap has been errant, and Andy Piles, and that was a killer. That brings it back to 3rd and 11. Play clock down at 14. The game clock at 1:23.
3rd, 11. Moore gets the snap. He is faking it to Gilbert and keeping it, and then throwing the football too high, and it's almost intercepted.
Had a receiver wide open at the S in Saints on the end zone, but didn't see.
Well, Cooper had a chance to pick it. He didn't. Let's get another good look at it from behind, and you'll see what Moore was looking at.
Just overthrew him right to Cooper.
John Shelton is in the game to attempt a field goal for the Winnfield Tigers. We'll give you a look at it. The kick will be from 34 yards away as Shelton's waiting for the snap. He kicks the ball, and his kick is...
There's a flag on the play, Dennis, and if he hit the kicker, that's a personal foul. And if they do, Andy Piles will take the 3 points off the board. It'll be an automatic first down.
Okay. Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense. That's how it is to the goal, automatic first down.
Yeah, you take the 3 off the board there. Oh my goodness, yeah. That's an easy call. Easy call for the... Oh my. That's just like, oh my, we work on that every day. So a first and goal at the 8. Curtis wants a timeout. They'll get it.
So there is a timeout on the field as Winnfield gets new life after the personal foul penalty of roughing the kicker.
Town Suites by Marriott and Harahan will tell you where these clubs are from. John Curtis from River Ridge, Louisiana, which is right here in New Orleans, just a little north and a little to the west of the Big Easy. Their principal, Larry Manguno. River Ridge, Louisiana, and the John Curtis Patriots. Winnfield Tigers huddling up with a first and goal. And they are located up in North Louisiana. The Winnfield Tigers in Winnfield, Louisiana, about half the distance between Alexandria and Monroe, and a little to the west. And Dr. Jane Griffin, the principal at Winnfield High School, and a great community. And like the gentleman said earlier, they love their football in Winnfield.
That they do. We had the opportunity to have lunch with some of the students there a few weeks back. And they really, really love the Tigers as they move it down to the 8-yard line. He got 1 yard.
Timeout. Winnfield. 1 minute to go in the half.
Yeah, you might as well take your timeouts here, talk about the situation, make sure that you call the play that you want.
Well, the field shrinks here, Dennis, and it gives the defenders less turf to have to cover, so it's harder to run the football down here. Catch two exciting LSU Tiger basketball matchups this week on CST. Tomorrow, the Lady Tigers take on the UCLA Bruins, and then on Thursday, the men's team face the UC Irvine Anteaters. Both games are live from the PMAC in Baton Rouge at 7 p.m. Central. For more hoops, LSU Hoops on CST, log on to CoxSportsTV.com. I guess a Bruin and a Bear are pretty similar.
I would say exactly the same thing.
My card had Bears. I've been out there, and as long as I've known them, they've been the Bruins, but I would assume they're the same thing.
Like you are.
Or is there a Bruin Bear?
I think just one and the same. At the 8-yard line, Winnfield plays it here second down.
Well, we know they're not the polar bears.
That's for sure. At the 8-yard line, the Tigers, Moore will get the direct snap. He's going to roll it out there to the right. He has an option play. He pitches it to Gilbert. Well, of a yard, but that's it.
Well read by the Patriots that time.
But Rob, as you mentioned, not as much field to cover, so Winnfield has moved up a little bit.
Maybe some misdirection here, or maybe go back to Patterson again. Get him in single coverage.
So they play it at the 6-yard line, and Moore's going to keep the football. He runs it right in front of the goalpost at the 5-yard line. So Winnfield they'll have to call a timeout here, and then make a decision whether to kick and try to get 3 or to go for it on 4th down. They already had the 3 with a field goal that they took off the board, and so with 1 second left in the first half, they put it right in the middle of the field, and it looks like the Tigers will try to put 3 on the board. Shelton hit the last one when he was roughed.
Here's a look at what's in store this week for the NCAA Hoops fan on CST. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, it's FAU, Florida Atlantic at Mississippi State. Wednesday, South Florida and Auburn tip off at 8:30 p.m. Stick with us all day Saturday as we start with Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and West Virginia at 1, Indiana State and Vandy at 4:30, and finally Tennessee, Chattanooga, and the Kentucky Wildcats at 7. For the full broadcast schedule, visit our website, CoxSportsTV.com. Hoops underway.
That's the time of year when a number of sports are being played, and we are playing for a state championship with Rob Mishmack, Dennis McCain. Shelton will try to put Winnfield on the board and kick them to 3, and before he does, J.T. Curtis will call a timeout.
CST continues its coverage of the 2011 LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic Friday at 7 p.m. Central with the 3A championship game between the Amite Warriors and the St. Charles Comets. Then on Sunday, we wrap up this year's coverage with the 4A matchup at 3 p.m. followed by the 5A finals. CST is your regional sports network, home for the Louisiana High School Athletic Association.
And what a great home we have for the championships in Louisiana. All 5 of them played at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Winnfield once again will line up to try to get on the board. It will be a 22-yard field goal attempt. He put down at the 12, and Shelton with his routine, waiting for the snap, and there it is, and Shelton
They did it again.
I believe they have hit the kicker again.
Well, they're going to get an untimed down, Dennis.
But do you want it? Do you want it from the 2.5, or do you want the 3 points?
Dennis, I'm not sure that they signaled it was good.
Well, it's true. I think it's a low kick. I'm not sure if it was good either. It looked straight. Yeah, I think he's going to – he took it off one time. I think he's going to leave it on this time. So let's get the call.
Running into the kicker. 5-yard penalty. I guess field goal is good on the second half.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I'm saying if it's not good, give me my untimed down. I'm going to try it again.
No doubt. But it was good, and they took it. And so we have played through the first half. The John Curtis Patriots scored the first time they got the ball, but then what a great job Winnfield did defensively after that. And they get a late field goal, and it's 7-3 at halftime as we check in with Aaron Cofield.
Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, we had a good first drive. We've come out and haven't done anything on offense. We've kept our defense on the field the whole time. It's unbelievable that they hadn't just given up 3 points. So the defense couldn't do much better.
What changes will you make for the second half?
We got to start playing football.
Right. Thanks, Coach.
Whoa, Nelly. I wouldn't want to be in that halftime speech.
Well, we are playing for the 2A championship as the Trolley Cars run in New Orleans. And we're glad that you have tuned in for the best high school football in America.
J.C. Fidel Energy Services is devoted to professional service, an unwavering commitment to safety, protection of the environment, and minimizing cost to our clients. Through our products that include containment berms, vacuum trucks, wireline services, frac tanks, gas busters, construction services, and 24-hour emergency response, we provide the amenities needed for our clients with one point of contact. J.C. Fidel, safety, integrity, and service.
Jake,
Another reason more people stay with State Farm.
Count on your local State Farm agent to always be there for you.
Get to a better state.
We donate the time to work on the projects that make our community better. We support the agencies like Baton Rouge Green to make our city brighter. We work with local partner schools to make our kids smarter. We provide 5,500 jobs that make our community stronger. ExxonMobil is working hard to ensure a better Baton Rouge. ExxonMobil, working in the community, working for you.
Okay, it's game day, where tradition runs deeper than your Uncle Boudreaux's gumbo. Face paint? Check. Pom-poms? Check. Meat for the grill? Check. F-150 with best-in-class towing, payload, and an EcoBoost engine delivering 22 mpgs. Check, check, and check. Now check this. Get $5,500 cash back from Ford, or 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 trade-in assistance on all F-150 XLTs. Louisiana Saturdays at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
The 2011 LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic on CST is being brought to you by Coca-Cola, Southern Quality Ford Dealers, Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, Nike, Cajun Industries, Faux Pas Prints, Gulf Coast Office Products, and Louisiana Propane Dealers.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, where it's halftime of the Class 2A state championship game. John Curtis leads Winnfield 7-3 at the half. John Curtis scored early. Winnfield got a field goal going into the break. Let's now watch as the Winnfield Tiger Marching Band performs on the field.
Winnfield Senior High is now proud to present the Pride of Winn Parish as they perform Party Rock Anthem.
Prints is your local professional source for all your embroidery, screen printing, and promotional item needs. From custom t-shirts, uniforms, embroidered golf shirts, jackets, and caps, to promotional items such as cups, mugs, pens, and keychains, let Faux Pas Prints keep your logo and message in front of your customers. Go to FauxPasPrints.com and browse our catalogs or visit our showroom at 620 Papworth Avenue in Metairie. Faux Pas Prints, we logo anything. Call us today for a free quote at 834-8342.
So, have you started your holiday shopping yet?
I've been looking a little.
Got any ideas?
You know me, I've always got ideas.
Show her she's loved with a Hellsberg Diamonds gift box, Godiva chocolate gems, and diamond pendant.
I love you.
They do?
Dandruff, meet microbeads. Any last wishes? New Selsun Blue Deep Cleansing Microbead Scrub goes to the source, wiping out flakes before they flake for the absolute deepest clean.
No flakes, no itch.
New Selsun Blue Deep Cleansing. Fight flakes before they flake.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is in one word, fabulous.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Natural gas is a cleaner energy source for our planet. It produces fewer greenhouse gases, has a small carbon footprint, and helps to ensure a better tomorrow. Natural gas from Atmos Energy, the comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody. The John Curtis Christian Patriots 7-3 over Winnfield at halftime with Rob Mushmack. I'm Dennis McCain. Rob, John Curtis started off the football game. They looked like old John Curtis football as they drove it and put it in the end zone, but Winnfield's done a good job defensively after that first drive.
Yeah, they did, and Winnfield made an adjustment after that first drive, and they've really stuttered. As you saw, J.T. Curtis very frustrated when he left the field. That offense has just not performed since that drive, and give credit to Andy Piles and his staff for making the adjustments and for the defense to make the stops. And John Curtis is right. The statistics you're going to see are dominated by Winnfield, and for that defense for John Curtis to only give up 3 points, they're very lucky. They're very fortunate.
Well, let's look at the highlights from the first half of the 2A game.
Well, right here early on, John Curtis makes the big play. Punt return for a touchdown. Great blocking setup, and you think, there he goes, but guess what? We've got Laundry on the field. Way behind the play, a block in the back nullifies the punt return, take the points off the board, but then they get them right back. 44 yards and the touchdown by James, and they're ahead 7-0. But that would be it for the Curtis offense. Winnfield was able to move the ball with Gilbert as they slash the Curtis defense on several runs, but then they get in scoring position and they throw an interception in the end zone on the fade Patterson to Patterson. Field goal up, good. We're at 7-3. That's where we stand at halftime. And look at the statistics, you'll see. 178 total yards, 155 of that on the ground. ExxonMobil's first half statistics dominated by Winnfield on the ground. Passing yardage really hasn't been a factor at all. J.T. Curtis has 0 passing yards, but look at the first downs. Winnfield 12-2, and look at the time of possession. 16 minutes to only 7. And uncharacteristically, John Curtis penalized 6 times for almost 50 yards in that first quarter. So it has not been a typical John Curtis first half other than that drive. And you've got to credit the number 2 seed Winnfield for creating problems.
And let's go down on the floor of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, the John Curtis High School Band.
It's official. I've started my holiday shopping.
Oh, any ideas for mine?
Well, actually, I've got a couple.
Show her she's loved with a diamond ring from Hellsberg Diamonds, and the matching pendant is free.
I love you.
You do?
Before Allegra-D, the worst part of winter was congestion and pressure. After Allegra-D, I can breathe.
Just one Allegra-D combines a fast, non-drowsy antihistamine plus a powerful decongestant to open breathing passages for 24 hours.
After Allegra-D, I have it all.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is in one word, fabulous.
If you need cash now, here's how to get up to $1,500 fast with instant approval and no credit checks. Simply log on to this website now. Tell us how much you need, and in minutes, the funds can be wired, regardless of bad credit. Need Cash is available online 24/7, so the cash you need can be just minutes away. Log on to the website on your screen now and see how quickly you can get the cash you need.
Important medical alert for users of antidepressant prescription drugs.
If you or a loved one used antidepressant prescription drugs before or during pregnancy, such as Zoloft, Depakote, Paxil, Prozac, and others, and have a child born with a birth defect, such as a cleft lip, cleft palate, clubfoot, or other heart, lung, and cranial defects, you may have a legal claim.
1-800-304-5176.
Time is limited to file a claim. Act now.
1-800-304-5176.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, where John Curtis leads Winnfield 7-3 at the break in the Class 2A state championship game. Right now on the field, they're presenting the ExxonMobil All-Academic Team with their awards. All of these players got a 4.0 in all 4 years of their high school careers.
LHSAA Executive Committee member Bill Duplachane, principal of Port Barre High School in Class 2A. Our recipients from Bunkie High School, Charles DeCant. From DeQuincy High School, Paul Veach. From Holy Savior Menard, Logan Hilton. From Jonesboro Hodge, Ronnie Huckabee. From Lake Arthur, Trent Hargrave. From Lakeview, Cameron Campbell. From Lauraville, Zachary Galatas. From Sterlington, Jake Auger. And from Vinton, John Paul Pickett.
My name is Ed Pfeiffer, and I'm a friend of Elsie. This would be Elsie right here. I'm part of a cooperative of dairy farmers that makes board and cheese. Morning, ladies. We're proud to be dairy farmers because we put wholesome food on family tables. With a little help.
Wholesome Board and Cheese comes from our cooperative that's 100% farmer-owned. That means 100% of our proceeds go back to American dairy farmers.
So be a friend and look for Elsie.
Hot water and fresh sheets for my family. Boiled seafood and grilled treats for my friends and me. Kids home from school all warm at night with firelight burning bright. Fuel for your family.
To get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
This is Todd Graves, founder of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. And if this reminds you it's football season, you're not alone. Just like Coach Miles, at Cane's, our goal is to be the best. With always fresh chicken fingers and made fresh daily cane sauce that's so good, it has its own cheering section. This season, make it a game with fresh tailgates and gallon jugs from Cane's, where our support goes for miles.
Raising Cane's.
One love. People look up to our craftsmanship. Prince Incorporated for every roof or sheet metal job. We're gonna do the best, and here's the proof. For more than 50 years, our name stood above the rest. Look up and you'll probably find Prince Incorporated quality. People look up to our craftsmanship. Prince Incorporated.
Welcome back, everybody. The third quarter is brought to you by Golden Flake Snack Foods. Our score at halftime, John Curtis, 7. Winnfield, 3. And just moments ago, Aaron Cofield had a chance to visit with Winnfield coach Andy Piles.
Coach, what changes will you make for the second half?
Well, we just got to keep playing our game. First 3 or 4 minutes, we were a little starry-eyed in here, and we got over our jitters, and we're playing well now. And we just got to keep plugging.
What was the mood like in the locker room?
Good. Those guys ready to roll. They're ready to play the second half football.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you, Aaron. And look at J.T. Curtis. And that was a spirited locker room, I'm sure, on
They
his
came
side.
out late, real late. They barely had time to stretch. He kept them in there a while, and he, I think, spent a little time over in the offensive room of the locker room. They take a look at their possession chart, and after that first one, look at the yardage, Dennis, and you just don't see that. -4, -4, -4 in 3 and outs. I mean, that's just not John Curtis football at all. And in Winnfield piled up the yardage. They slashed them in those last 2 drives. They get a field goal out of it, but their first possession, they were starry-eyed. It was a 3 and out, and it wasn't pretty. But they've put up, look at the amount of plays they've run as opposed to John Curtis. The time possession is just overwhelming on the side of Winnfield. But there's no they have a football to play, and Curtis can spring that run on you at any time.
Shelton kicks the football off. It goes into the end zone, and out to the 20 it will come. John Curtis will play it from their own 20-yard line, and of course, that's the rules that we play by, the Federation rules. If it goes in the end zone, you cannot run it out in high school football in Louisiana. So they'll play it from the 20. Comes Curtis again. Abby Toussaint up at quarterback. He has a couple of men in the backfield behind him as he brings the Patriots to the line of scrimmage for the first time. A big hit at the line of scrimmage. Horton had the football, but Patterson popped him. And Horton spun off for a couple of yards.
This is the definition of a slobber knocker.
Well, he got 3. Second down, 7. Once again, the 2 running backs. They'll give it.
No, sir.
This time over there on the right side, give it to Body, and down he goes. Good job of getting into the backfield by Smith.
Third down
by Hargrove.
3rd and 9, and just the penetration. They are all over them. Nowhere to go. So do the Patriots here facing another 3 and out. That'd be 5 in a row.
That's a loss of 2. 3rd down, 9 on the first drive by John Curtis to start the second half. Toussaint gives it to, once again, Body.
There he goes.
He's at the 40. Body is out to midfield. He's at the 46-yard line, and it broke open.
And a flag.
The 45 goes Body as things open up on the right side. Crawford finally ran him down.
And a flag late. Play should be over right there. Body keeps moving, and good things happen when you keep your feet moving.
Sherman Body, he's been very, very quiet today, but not on that run.
We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, this way.
Oh, my goodness.
And this way would be the John Curtis way, and so they'll back him up. Yeah, to take 15 yards off the run.
Wow. Body made a good run. What happened after? Well, you can't. Yeah, you can't throw the ball. You can't throw the ball at the defender. That's going to get you every time. That is not going to make him happy. 7 penalties now for 62 yards.
They're at the 40. John Curtis, handoff, nothing there. Knocked down. James had the football, but the Tigers got him. Leroy Hardwell came in to make the hit.
Got there quick, too, and I mean, just fought through the block and went low and brought him down, and he's pumped. Big fella.
Second down, 11.
Gonna throw it.
Hit it to midfield, and rambling with the football goes Gordon for John Curtis High School. Good throw that time by Toussaint.
Went to the big man, Gordon. He was left open out in the flats. He only goes 6'5", 260.
19 yards on the catch, so John Curtis mixes it up a little bit.
Lumbering with the football.
Now they'll play it from the 42-yard line of Winnfield.
Wide open down the seam they didn't see.
All the way down the sideline. They did see that pass, though.
But they get the score anyhow.
In the end zone, touchdown, John Curtis. James takes it the distance, and he was tight-roping the sideline, 42 yards, touchdown Patriots.
Dennis, I thought he might have misread it, but he had a guy going right down the seam without a defender within 20 yards of him. But he goes to James. Look at the receiver. You see him straight heading down the field towards the post. But James tight ropes the sidelines and takes it in anyhow.
Great job by James.
They would have scored going to either receiver.
So John Curtis, to start the drive, had 3rd and long. They picked up the first down, and now they come up with a big play. And in to kick the point after touchdown is Austin Linden, waiting for the snap. Linden's kick is up in the air and good. John Curtis ups their lead. The John Curtis Patriots now lead it 14-3 after James takes it to pay dirt.
Tired of shedding hair everywhere? Wish there was a better way to groom your dog that wasn't such a chore? Introducing the all-new Shed Pal, the handheld pet-preferred vacuum-powered grooming system. Using soft bristles never pick up enough hair, are hard to clean. It's not a solution. Shed Pal not only removes hair from the top coat, but also loose hair from the undercoat. And cleanup has never been easier. When the canister is full, just open, turn on, and eject. No mess, no pain. The secret is the massaging nubs on the U-shaped brush that gently gather the hair while the recessed rotating motor sucks it into the canister. Watch as the hair is grabbed and vacuumed up in just seconds. Some shedding tools can really hurt your dog and don't collect the hair. What a mess. All dogs just love the gentle massaging action of the Shed Pal. Works wonders on your short-haired dog, leaving the coat clean and shiny. The Shed Pal protects long-haired dogs from painful snagging and pulling. It's even great on curly-haired dogs. Groom your dog right on the couch and watch the canister fill with shedding hair. Even the most finicky cat will sit and enjoy being groomed with the Shed Pal. All dogs will enjoy the pain-free grooming of the Shed Pal, and you'll enjoy the ease and convenience. Get your vacuum-powered Shed Pal today for only $19.95. Call now and get the fabric hair-removing head absolutely free. Easily removes pet hair from your car, even furniture. Perfect for final touch-ups before leaving your house. But wait, call right now and we'll double the entire offer, plus send you a bonus Crazy Critter. Just pay separate processing. Look, dogs everywhere go crazy for the plush stuffing-free Crazy Critter. A $50 value, all for just $19.95. Order right now and find out about free shipping.
Call 1-800-769-0455 to get your Shed Pal. But hurry, we're giving away a bonus Shed Pal and a Crazy Critter with all of today's orders. So call 1-800-769-0455 and find out about free shipping. That's 1-800-769-0455. Call now.
Our new score, 14-3. John Curtis Christian with the lead with 9:34 to go. And here's a look at the State Farm scoring drive. 6 plays, 80 yards, 2:26 off the clock. The final strike, 42 yards by James, as he took a pass from quarterback Toussey out of the backfield.
So this will be Moore. Here's Moore dancing and looking, and he finds a hole, and Moore
is out to almost the 40-yard line. A good run back by Alonzo Moore as we check in with Aaron Cofield.
Thanks, Dennis. I'm with Steve Bloom, who's with ExxonMobil. Now, during halftime, you gave awards to a number of different students. ExxonMobil is a big-time sponsor. They have the all-academic program. Why is the academic side of student athletes so important to you guys?
Well, first let me just start and say how honored I am to be part of this program with LHSAA and Cox 4 and recognize these outstanding students. I mean, I went to high school and I never got a 4.0, and to be here is just a special time for me to be here with these kids who were able to be not only great athletes but also great students. But for ExxonMobil, we have a long history of supporting academics, and especially here in Baton Rouge and Louisiana. And it's part, you know, as ExxonMobil and representing ExxonMobil, we just believe that our future lies with these kids. You know, they're going to be leaders of the future, and we just want to recognize them because they're both superior athletes as well as superior students.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Dennis, Rob?
All right, thank you, Aaron. Incomplete pass on first down, so now we'll play it second down, 10. The Tigers will. At the 41-yard line, Moore is not going to have anywhere to go as Curtis shuts the outside down. Torrey Bell came in for the red-shirted Patriots of John Curtis.
ExxonMobil, we've been thrilled to have them involved with our regional broadcast all year long. Of course, they're involved with the local games also that are played in up in Baton Rouge and New Orleans and Lafayette. So don't let the Cox 4 confuse you with CST, but all big one and happy family, one umbrella, and we just love to have thrilled to have ExxonMobil involved with all of it.
Here's Moore now. He's rolling to the left. He's being chased. He throws the football. He has a receiver who catches it and will not be able to get to the first down stick. He threw it out there, and he got it to Cage. Fred Cage split in for Winnfield, a couple of yards short of the first down.
Throwing across his body and came up a little short of the sticks.
Brandon Porter got him, and he wouldn't let him go. So it's fourth down, a long 2 to go for Winnfield.
Wouldn't be a bad place for a fake here.
Gilbert is standing at his 40-yard line when he kicks it.
Davis.
And the kick is fielded right down the sideline.
Davis
looking for running room, and there goes a big one by John Curtis and an excellent return by Mr. James.
Dennis, watch the block here by Matrell McGraw, number 2. Right here. My goodness. That's one of those blindside blocks that sprung James.
Jackson saved maybe the touchdown. John Curtis coming out on fire right now. Look at the hole to the left. He's going to block it to the end zone. Touchdown, John Curtis High School. To the house goes, oh my, 43 yards for the Patriots.
Well, you knew it was coming.
But look at the blocking on this play. It was set up early on.
Bodie cuts it up right there, and there is nobody there. So right out the chute, 2 quick touchdowns by the Patriots extend their lead to 17, awaiting the extra point.
And my goodness, how things have changed from 7-3 to 20-3 and maybe to 21, as on the kick is Austin Linden. He'll try to add the PAT. His kick is going to be off to the right and no good. But John Curtis has put a couple of early scores up here in the third quarter. The last one to the left side by Sherman Body.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Whether you're running for fun or for home, no matter if you're jumping for joy or for the gold, whether you do it for him or for the win, we'll be there. Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, for the athlete in all of us. Call 1-877-SPORTY.
Welcome back. It's 20-3. John Curtis Christian with the lead as we look at the State Farm scoring drive.
One play, 43 yards, 11 seconds, and Dennis, you knew they were going to break at least one of those runs, and well, that one right there was well blocked, and Bodie had a huge hole, and when he turned it upfield, there was just no one there. So now the Tigers find themselves in a hole. A lot of football left to play. They've been able to move the football.
Get the ball! Get the ball! Go!
Gilbert.
Little short kick. As he fumbles it, Moore's after it. He can't get it. John Curtis is after it. And there is a pile up. And who has the football? The John Curtis Patriots do inside the 15-yard line.
Went with the short kick. And credit a great tackle and strip to Avery Williams right here. Stripped it, tackled him. Gilbert couldn't get it. Moore couldn't get it. Bobbles around, and finally it's picked up by Catrion Jones. And the turnover will give it to the Patriots with great field position.
At the 13-yard line, Toussaint under center. He has two running backs behind him, and maybe a guy play coming on this first down as they hand it off on the right side. They'll give it in there to Horton. He got about a yard, but that's it. A nice job by Winnfield as they shut that play down early on.
So a 2nd and 10, and the Tigers could use a turnover of their own. The Patriots have just taken it over.
Body and Norton in the backfield behind Toussaint, but there's movement.
Prior to the snap, false start. John Curtis, 5 yards from the previous spot, remains 2nd down.
Well, the penalty will make it 2nd down and right at 15 to go. Once again, it's Horton, and it's Body in the backfield behind Toussaint as they line up. And Toussaint wants to throw it. He fires it down to the backfield and completes it out there to Body, who catches the ball.
This one will come right at you.
Ellis
throwing
on
it to
tackle.
Body. Body goes up in the air, gets it, brings it down, and picks up positive yardage for the Patriots.
Well, he got him back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll make it 3rd down, 10 to go. John Curtis at the 13-yard line. So they reverse the backs and give it to Horton. They grab Horton.
Oh, yeah.
They grabbed him. They slowed him down, detained him in the backfield, and then they came in to cover him up for a loss of 2 on the play.
They'll send the field goal unit out.
John Curtis will attempt a field goal. Austin Linden, who is their place kicker, he's in to kick. Gets the snap, he kicks it up, and his kick is up into the net. The Mercedes-Benz net, and it's good. And our score now, very quickly, John Curtis is out to a 23-3 lead as we check in with Aaron Cofield.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Lorinda Crenshaw, who's a State Farm agent. Why is it important to State Farm to continue their relationship with the LHSAA?
Well, you know, we've been sponsoring LHSAA for about 17 or 18 years now, and for me personally, to watch these guys and gals that are on the sidelines as well, it means so much. They're great athletes, and I can speak for our guys at Winnfield. They're great guys too. I think we have probably a model public school system in Winn Parish. So personally, I'm very excited, and we get so much more return for us as a community and State Farm agents that we give in dollars. So it's well worth it.
Now, for you personally, you're actually the dance line sponsor for Winnfield. So this is exciting for the players to play in the Superdome, but it's also exciting for the band and the dance team and the cheerleaders.
It is, and I have a senior on the dance line. I'm getting a little emotional. I watched her dance for the last time a few minutes ago. But if you look in the stands, it's exciting for all of Winn Parish. We had a sign leaving town, last one out, turn off the lights and lock the gate. so our community is so behind our players, and we love them, and we're proud of them. We are the championship public school already, so no matter what happens today, our whole school is winners.
Great, thank you so much. Dennis?
All right, thank you, Aaron, and we know exactly what she's talking about. Back in Winnfield, what a great community they have. Very close knit, and the focus of that community, education, and also those Tigers who play football for Winnfield.
So the scoring drive, 4 plays minus 2 yards, and the 32-yard field goal brought to you by State Farm.
Winnfield will play it from their own 28-yard line. Injured Patriot on this sideline. Looks like Santasardo, maybe, number 27. Sammy Samasardo. Yeah, he got a pretty good bump right there at the end by one of the Tigers, but he looks like he's all right, and that's good news. Here comes Winnfield up to the line of scrimmage. They need to get something going here. Trailing 23-3. Moore that's an incomplete pass. Tried to shovel it forward, and it's incomplete. Looks like a forward lateral there, but the man initiating the laterals behind the line of scrimmage, it's simply just an incomplete pass. So at the 28-yard line, Winnfield will play it second down and now 10.
In the third quarter, 4:41 to go for the Tigers.
Here's Moore. Moore is pitching it to Gilbert. Gilbert is being chased by the Patriots. And John Curtis, Schwab, in this half, they are stretching those pitches out. And the team has a new alignment defensively. Porter made the tackle, but there was no chance for that play to develop.
No, they beat him to the outside and had one on the quarterback, one on the back. That's the way you're supposed to play the option, and they did it very well. And it ends up in a loss. Third down now and 12.
Third down, right at 13 yards to go. Moore is being pursued. He tries to set up a screen, and he does. That gets out to the 32-yard line, but that's going to be well short of a first down. Cortez tackled just over the 31-yard line. That'll make it fourth down and about 7 to go. So Winnfield will punt it. Back to John Curtis. It's been all Patriots in the third quarter. Big rush.
Well played that time.
Perrier made the catch.
It's time now for the New Orleans Hornets to return to Cox Sports Television for the 2011-2012 season. Tune in Monday, December 26th at 7:30 Central as we tip off our coverage of the Bees on the road against the Phoenix Suns. We've got 65 games again this year for you, all right here on CST. Log on to CoxSportsTV.com for the complete broadcast schedule. CST is your regional sports network home of the New Orleans Hornets.
John Curtis from the 42-yard line. Toussaint hands it off and gets it to Horton looking for running room. They grab him, and he bounces to the outside, but the Tigers bounced outside with him, and there was nowhere for Horton to run the football.
First Tiger to get there is Evans. Larry Eric Evans, sophomore, 42, first one to get there.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
Toussey up to the line of scrimmage. He brings his team up, and John Curtis always has just a really steady quarterback over the years. And they have another one. And they have an undefeated season going, and they're handing off in the middle, and there's no gain for John Curtis.
The Winnfield defense that time just blew through. I mean, they were there almost at the handoff.
Brandon Hargrove was the man who did the first damage there for Winnfield, so setting up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and, yeah, about 10 and a half, maybe 11.
Wide receiver out to the left, and the Patriots put a man out to the right, and they will run it to this side, and it opens up across midfield. Body has it. Body's pulled down maybe by the face mask at the 42-yard line, but great blocking out here again by the Patriots, and the left side of their offensive line doing a great job blocking out in front of Body.
Let's see where the face mask is. Yeah, right there. He never let go of it. That's going to be 15.
16-yard run, and then you just add on another 15, and
personal foul.
That's 31 yards.
Face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
First down for the Patriots at the 27. Toussey again under center. Once again with his 2 running backs. Gives it to Horton. Horton is hustling. He's running with haste out there as he propels his way for 7 yards on 1st down. Williams made the tackle, but a gain of 7. John Curtis doing a good job getting to the outside in this second half with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain on a Louisiana big day. The 2A championship of our state will play all 5 of them in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Handed off once again. James is opening a little bit to the outside and then spinning with it inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 9 goes James with it.
James will give him a 1st and goal with 53 seconds to go, and he just never quit moving. Had a shot at him there, here, hold on, there, maybe here, no, let's get him there. He just kept moving those legs, and finally Jarvis D. Crawford got him to the ground. The clock runs.
Made the point that John Curtis blocking very well in this half, but the backs seem to be stepping it up and keeping those legs churning.
Busted play.
Busted play that time, so Toussey will just keep the ball, and he's going to take it down to the 8-yard line as the clock ticks down inside 20 seconds. And if John Curtis chooses, they can go to the 4th quarter before they have to snap it again, as that will be exactly what they'll do. Well, the clock now, though, has stopped at 7 seconds. And now they'll run it again, and that'll run the clock out to end the 3rd quarter. It was a quarter that was completely dominated by John Curtis High School. They came out hot, and before it was over, they had upped their lead from 7-3 to 23-3 exclusively on CST.
If there's one thing we know more than auto parts, it's saving on auto parts. Stop into Napa and get great deals like a 5-piece gear wrench ratcheting wrench set for $29.99. Napa also has a Crescent brand 128-piece tool gift set, only $49.99. Keep saving and keep starting with Car Start Jump Starter, only $42.99. For more great deals, see the pros with the Napa know-how.
Every day at Golden Flake, it all starts with a special premium potato that longs for something more flavor and more crunch, seeking a life of delicious variety and guaranteed freshness in every chip and every bag. That's what Golden Flake brings to the table. For us, these are the good times, finding our way to your neighborhood grocery and into your basket headed home, turning potatoes into the life of your party. Golden Flake, the South's original potato chip.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years, but here's the thing. He's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet, and it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can watch it for free right now.
Go to 39newamerica.com. Again, that's 39newamerica.com.
All right, let's take a look at the Garrity printing stats through 3 quarters. Well, that is in the third quarter. John Curtis, 176 yards, put up 16 points to only 11 total yards for Winnfield, and they took a lot of that time possession back in their favor. So they'll play it now at the 8-yard line. Third down. Winnfield needs his top. Toussaint has the football. He's throwing it, and he's throwing up that pass to the end zone. The flag comes in. Pass interference appears to be called in the corner of the end zone. Yeah, there was a lot of shoving going on. Let's take another look at it. It's running a fade in the corner.
We have pass interference, defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Well, it's a hard job to officiate, but I'm still looking for pass interference there. At the 3-yard line. Let's see what Curtis. They have a first down now. They're close, and they have a handoff and just a straight dive on the left side. And touchdown. One official says touchdown. The other agrees. Horton takes it in. Touchdown, John Curtis. Another look at it here. Let's see. Right up the gut. Yep. Ball's over the plane. And John Curtis is in complete control now with 11:07 to go. A 7-3 game at the half. Curtis led it, but Winnfield had dominated it statistically. John Curtis, they have 23 state championships, and this is a good team. They were the team to beat. And now they're flexing their muscles in the third quarter. John Curtis has up their lead as they move it to 30-3 as Horton makes it across the goal line.
Add a little spice to your life with the original Cajun seasoning, Slap Your Mama. Slap Your Mama is real Cajun seasoning for real Cajun cooking. Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning at your local grocery. If you can eat it, you can slap it.
Listen, do you hear that? That's the sound of our presses running. It's music to our ears. We're Garrity Print Solutions, and we've been humming along for 25 years. Companies just like yours send us their toughest jobs. Look, your direct mail is personalized and ready to go. Bet your phone starts ringing? It always does. We're Garrity Print Solutions.
Add a little spice to your life with the original Cajun seasoning, Slap Your Mama. Slap Your Mama is real Cajun seasoning for real Cajun cooking. Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning at your local grocery. If you can eat it, you can slap it.
The best prices on the industry's best machines. Take advantage of low payments to own or lease a new Cat machine. With great deals on Cat machines, now is the time to buy. A new Cat skid steer loader, lease as low as $327 per month. A new Cat compact track loader, lease as low as $602 per month. A new Cat backhoe loader, lease as low as $767 per month. Get the best for less. Call or stop by Louisiana Cat today to take advantage of special prices on these machines and more. Call 866-843-7440.
This is Todd Graves, founder of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. And if this reminds you it's football season, you're not alone. Just like your team, at Cane's, our goal is to be the best. With always fresh chicken fingers and made fresh daily cane sauce that's so good, it has its own cheering section. A great day of football deserves a great day of chicken. So score one for your team with Raising Cane's.
We love Cane's.
Good call.
30-3, John Curtis Christian with a big lead. Here's the State Farm scoring drive.
8 plays, 58 yards, 4:06 off the clock, and Horton gets his first touchdown of the day from 4 yards out.
Curtis will kick off. They've done that a lot in the second half. We're going to do it one more time right now as you look at Moore, who is...
This is going to be trouble.
Picked up by Moore to the 27, and then out of bounds right there, maybe at the 26 as we check in with Aaron Cofield.
Well, Dennis, on the right sleeve of each of the officials' jerseys here today, they are honoring Tom Power, his initials, TJP. He was a longtime secretary of the Monroe Association. He died of a heart attack last January. The head ref actually came up to me yesterday and told me, you know, Aaron, this is something that's really special, and we think it'd be great for everybody to understand that that's something that we're doing to honor his memory. Guys?
Thank you, Aaron. We have just some outstanding high school officials in the state of Louisiana, and they do a good job. They follow high school sports all over the state on a Friday night, and we have some of the best officials in the nation in high school in Louisiana, spinning around to the 30-yard line. So Moore did a lot of running, and when it was over, he picked up 5 yards.
Ten minutes, 33 seconds to go.
And the ball is sitting on the 31-yard line as the Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage. Take the handoff, keep it, pick up the first down, cross the 40, goes Moore. He's at the 41. That's a Winnfield first down.
Moore getting up a little gimpy.
At the 41, John Curtis just came out the second half. Rob, you talked about the fact that they were getting maybe a little talking to at halftime. You get the impression as they went off the field that J.T. Curtis wanted them to play a little harder in the second half, and they responded.
No, that was not an impression. He was going to get them to play a little harder. I'm not sure that I would have wanted to be in that halftime locker room. But whatever he said, it worked.
A loss on the play of 5 yards, so we'll play it now, second down Almost 16 to go. Moore fakes the handoff to Gill, but he wants to throw it. Now he's improvising, and he's inside the route to the 36-yard line. Got about a half a yard, but that's it as Theus made the tackle.
Oh, this is what we've talked about. 24 state championships, 16 straight title game appearances, 12 perfect seasons. This would be the 13th perfect season. 505 career wins for that man right there, and he just doesn't look old enough to even have coached 505 games, let alone won 505 games. And you can add to that 31 straight trips, 31 appearances in championship games.
Third down for the Tigers. They'll need to pick up a bunch to get a first down here. The pass is dropped out on the right side. They were trying to get it way out there to Cage. So Winnfield will punt it back to John Curtis.
2 straight losses in this championship game for Curtis. So this is like we said earlier, the last time Curtis won it, this senior class were freshmen.
So that'll be a big thrill for them today because they have the game in hand as they're getting ready to get the ball back. As Winnfield will punt it.
Motion. Yeah, there was a bunch of movement on that line. Winnfield came in on
prior to the snap, false start on the white, remains 4th down.
Actually, a night ahead of schedule, they came in, went over to Deanie's in Bucktown, and Andy Piles had a bet with one of his big linemen that he couldn't finish the seafood platter. And we've all had that seafood platter. We order the half platter when we go. But have to find out if that young man was able to finish that platter off. Good coverage again.
Nice coverage by Winnfield. Perrier makes the catch there. And we're going to step aside. And when we come back, the final 8-16 of the 2A championship game.
Three months of burning the midnight oil. 2 weeks of second-guessing yourself. 1 minute of soul-searching. It all comes down to this. A Savin document management system connects you to success.
To find out how, call Gulf Coast Office Products at 756-2644.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is in one word, fabulous.
30-3, John Curtis. The Patriots with the football again. We're glad that all of you have joined us for high school football in Louisiana. Throw the long ball, caught inside the 20 to the 12-yard line. So John Curtis airs it out, and they put it up to Perrier, who catches the ball. Crawford ran him down. 49 yards on the play.
Perfectly thrown over the shoulder, and first down at the 12 now for John Curtis. 8:06 to go when they reset the chains.
In the backfield behind Toussé is James, and also Body. They give it to Body. Let's look at our drive of the game.
Brought to you by Take 5 Oil Change. It's the pass. First drive of the second half. They complete a 3rd and long, and then they complete on first down the pass to James, and good night. sidesteps the sidelines, and it's our Take 5 oil change drive of the game. Motion. Because at that point, it was a 7-3 game, and the Winnfield defense had him in 3rd and long.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, 5 yards, 2nd down.
On that drive, they overcame a 3rd and 11, and also overcame the personal foul 15-yard penalty on that same drive. So that was kind of the turning point of the game for the Patriots, and they have not looked back since.
Well, they're looking for more right here as they have the ball at the 16-yard line. Tuesday at quarterback.
All over the option that time.
Moved it out to the left side. Tuesday did. But there was nowhere for him to go. Jackson made the tackle. He had one of his backs, Herrera, back there with him, who was trailing the play and looking to get the football, but he just kept it. Tuesday did.
Dennis, it's interesting to look from this over. Look at how wide the splits are in the JT Curtis offensive front. You don't see a lot of teams do that, and they come out of the 4-point stance.
Warwick take the handoff, fire it down at about the 3-yard line, incomplete. Try to get it to Perrier down there again, but the pass is incomplete, and that'll set up a 4th down situation.
4th and 14. Right over the middle, good coverage and a pretty good pop. Laid down that time by D. Crawford.
But you know, we've seen other teams where the linemen almost have their shoulder pads together so tight. That's the first incompletion of the second half for John Curtis. Winnfield has an injured player, and so now let's see what the Patriots decide to do. It's 4th down. Looks like they have Linden in the game, and he's going to try a field goal. It would be a 35-yarder. The holder is Campo. Good snap and good hold. The kick is in the air, and the kick is good. So John Curtis adds 3 more to their total, and they just continue to dominate this football game in the second half. We have played halfway through the 4th quarter. The John Curtis Christian Patriots up 33-3.
And let's take a look at our Aaron's play of the game. Sherman Bodie finds a big hole and races to the end zone untouched. Our Aaron's play of the game. Another look at stay in your lazy boy. That put him up 20-3.
And once again, the Patriots will kick it off. A lot of disappointment, Rob, from these Winnfield fans. What a great fan base they have, and they travel to New Orleans to support their Tigers. Still very, very proud of the season that Winnfield has had.
Well, they've won a title back, as we mentioned, in 1992, Dennis, and the only other time, as you look at the State Farm scoring drive on the field, 5 plays, 43 yards, 2:16 off the clock, and field goal by Linden, that they ever played for a state championship was in 1919.
Here is Gilbert returning the kickoff. Does a good job as he follows his blockers across the 30-yard line, and there are flags being thrown on the field.
Flags on the field, and let's take a look at these Winnfield local sponsors. Bank of Winnfield, Brenda's Chicken, Pharmacy Services, Family Jewel Box, Coal, Oil and Tire, Autumn Leaves Nursing and Rehab Center, Woodlands Behavioral Center, and Max Fresh Market.
What a great community. We can't say it enough, and we want to thank all of those local businesses from Winnfield.
Bottom of the screen, you'll see the personal foul, and we got to meet some great people Reggie McDaniel and Link Martin.
After the play was over, we have a dead ball, personal foul on the white team. Ball will be assessed 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Matt Walton and Jimmy Dale Zimmerman over at Autumn Leaves, and Pete Cole and Brent Hubbard. And all these people up there that just love Winfield football, and you don't want to, Buddy Hurd, and Matt Milam, Jesse Dyson.
Handed off to the 20-yard line, a gain of just one on the play.
And these local sponsors from the New Orleans area, Hampton Inns and Suites of Hotels. Thank you, Mr. Eddie Jacobs. And the official photography and DVD website, flashpixphoto.com, of this championship event and all LHSAA state championship events. And I want to certainly send out a thank you to Stephen Shelton. Dennis, it was great to see him up in Winnfield. And also Miss Brenda Pardue, who fed us our meal earlier this week at night, cold night up in Winnfield. Thank you, Miss Brenda, and we look forward to, I'll be eating with her again in a few days when I head back up there.
Yeah, and had enjoyed stopping into that supermarket there late at night and getting
that's Max
some snacks.
A little shout out for Reggie McDaniel and his crew.
So a third down situation coming as this game is winding down, and some very disappointed young men from Winnfield. So Tigers play it from their own 20-yard line.
Been ranked number one most of the season by the sports writers, and they don't know what losing a loss feels like this year. They're undefeated coming into this one. Gilbert with a little spin move.
Well, we've had a number of penalties today, and Rob, you mentioned they played way back in 1982. That day, the fewest penalties ever in a 2A championship game in Louisiana. Only 3 on John Curtis and 1 on Winnfield, for a total of 25 yards in the game.
Still in the record books back from 1982. And my apologies, I've said 92 a couple of times in this game, and I don't know why. Doug Morrow was the coach back in 82. I know him very well. He's living down in Gonzales now, working with Sanama High School. Was a very successful coach there for many years. And the fans are feeling it too from Winnfield. They had their best football team in a long time.
But this is no average team that they're playing today, and it's a good Curtis team. Nice pitch and a well-designed play as they pitch it there to Chark.
A little shovel pass forward to Chark, coming across the line. Curtis read it pretty well, picked up some yards, but not enough for the first down. And on downs, the Patriots will take it over.
Wiley made the tackle. John Curtis will get the ball back. And let's see what the Patriots do as they are heading for their 24th state championship. Hand it off out on the outside and step out of bounds. A nice run out there as the Patriots start another drive, and that was Marrero with the football for the Patriots.
I'm not real sure what the whistle was for, because he didn't come even close to stepping out of bounds. That had to be an inadvertent whistle. The whistle was about 10 yards back upfield.
He did eventually step out of bounds, but not where they put him. And the officials are talking about it out there, I think. But, you know, actually, they're getting another look at it, and they're going to bring it all the way inside the 10-yard line. But clearly it was a whistle, and the penalty's the reason they're going inside the 10 with it.
Well, here, let's what I mean, if you're going to call a sideline warning, you can't call it in the middle of the play. You got to wait till the play is over before you blow a whistle.
So they're at the 9-yard line. Here comes John Curtis again up there, and the young men from River Ridge they'll have a movement there on the left side of the line, so that'll cost the Patriots 5.
False start on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, remains first down.
But I did see someone from Winnfield bending his ear prior to the snap, and maybe it just took a little while to get the whistle blown, but one of the Winnfield coaches was pinning his ears back.
Well, we've had a great time in the Big Easy. Been down here for a couple of days, and it seems like about 5 nights.
Well, that would be for me. I came in and did all the work, and you, of course, arrived in whatever you arrive in. I don't know if it's jets or limos or whatever,
but it's a great city, a lot of fun, and a number of interesting sights, and just a lot of good fun in New Orleans.
If you don't think this isn't a game of emotions, look at the faces of the Winnfield Tigers. I never knew how that felt. Never played in a championship game in my life.
And that says a lot right there, Rob. At least they have. And to get to the state championship game, that's an accomplishment.
False start on the offense. Second down. The whole line.
Well, but the point I was making is there are a lot of teams, 32 teams.
No, I understand what you're saying. It looked like you were taking a shot at me. I said I've never got to experience that, and you said, well, that says a lot right there. I didn't know if you were taking a personal shot at me or what.
You thought I was just saying that sums you up.
Yeah.
No, the point I was making is 32 teams made it to the playoffs, and only 2 had a chance to play for the state championship. So a great accomplishment by those young men from Winnfield.
Well, we can, we will, and they have had a special year at Winnfield.
And get off inside the 15, down to the 14.
I just didn't know what I had done to deserve the personal attack. Glad you explained yourself.
And we want to take this opportunity to thank Andy Piles for all of his hospitality. Of course, we had them on our Game of the Week this year.
Back against St. Mary, played it up at Northwestern State University, a great venue, and it was a great Thursday night. That's when our games, the regular season games, on Thursday night, and they took apart a pretty good St. Mary's team that was a semifinalist last year. Charlie Clyer's club up at St. Mary.
In the middle again of just one there as we might see the last of your slobber knockers.
No, it's not slobber.
Slobber.
It's slobber.
Oh, slobber.
Slobber. Not slobber like it's slobber. It's German. German version.
Now the clock's just ticking away.
And Swafford delivered the slobber knocker.
1:16 standing between John Curtis and another state championship. They just run it in the middle on 4th down, so they'll give the ball back over to the Winnfield Tigers for the final minute 4. I tell you, the LHSAA, what an outstanding job they've done here in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, because, you know, it looks easy when you just see this whole thing come to pass, but there's a lot of work that goes in, and John Curtis, their fans applauding as
well, that's the Winnfield fan.
Yeah, the other side, that was Winnfield the last time. The first time the Patriot fans, and there they are, and they're going to have another state championship. Pitch it out to Gilbert on an option there. He has no choice but to just run it back to the center of the field, and they knock him down at the 11.
Well, there's the ticker, I guess you could say it now. Will go up to 24 state titles for John Curtis. And the Patriots, nobody's even close to the amount of titles that they've won in this state.
Somebody worked a long time on that sign, and glad we got to get it on TV. Maybe the last play of the football game as Winnfield hands it off, and now the clock ticks down. It's going inside of 20, and I think that's going to end it as Winnfield is backing up into their huddle, and the 2A football game is going to come to an end. The John Curtis Patriots will win their 24th state championship in Louisiana, this one in 2A.
In a year that he wins 505, number 506 is for the 24th state championship in Louisiana football. They've won them in 2A. They've won them in 4A. This one will come in 2A, and I tell you, they had to work, because in the first half, the Winnfield Tigers gave them everything they wanted.
And we're going to come back with the award presentations after we pause for just a moment. Back to wrap it up from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Best prices on the industry's best machines. Take advantage of low payments to own or lease a new Cat machine. With great deals on Cat machines, now is the time to buy. A new Cat skid steer loader, lease as low as $327 per month. A new Cat compact track loader, lease as low as $602 per month. A new Cat backhoe loader, lease as low as $767 per month. Get the best for less. Call or stop by Louisiana Cat today to take advantage of special prices on these machines and more. Call 866-843-7440.
Nobody sees the long hours, the late nights, the flashes of brilliance, the moments of doubt. They just see the results. This is the moment of truth. A Savin document management system connects you to success.
To find out how, call Gulf Coast Office Products at 756-2644.
Listen up, America! Don't let credit problems hold you back. It's time you had your very own brand new super fast computer. If you're age 21 or older, can afford low flexible payments, and have an active bank account, you're approved. With your paid order, we'll even include a free printer, scanner, copier, and free HD camcorder. Call now and we'll upgrade your computer free with our software pack that includes Microsoft Office 2010 Starter and more than 16 other programs. Listen up, America. Call now.
Call 800-969-8740.
Attention taxpayers. IRS problems? We can help you today. We've helped many taxpayers settle their tax debt for much less than what they owed.
I owed the IRS over $13,000. They got me a tax settlement of $400.
You have tax rights, and our professionals fight hard to quickly settle your IRS debt.
They know exactly what to do for a quick tax settlement.
Allow us to relieve your IRS burden today. Call now for your free consultation to solve your IRS tax problems. All calls are confidential. Call now.
The 2011 LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic on CST is being brought to you by State Farm, J.C. Fidel Energy Services, Southern Quality Ford Dealers, ExxonMobil, Louisiana Propane Dealers, and Town Place Suites by Marriott in Harahan. We're back, everybody, 33-3. John Curtis, as we throw it down to the PA announcer, the marketing director of the LHSAA. Let's go to Mitch Small as you see Winnfield get their runner-up trophy.
It's the Winnfield seniors and Coach Andy Powell, the runner-ups in Class 2A in 2011. And now the entire team will...
The next award is the State Farm Outstanding Player Award, as selected by the working media for John Curtis High School. The award is being presented by State Farm agent Jared Landry of River Ridge. Outstanding player, number 24, Raekwon James.
James had the long touchdown catch and run.
Scored a couple of times today for John Curtis.
The next
James got it going with a touchdown, and both halves scored the first touchdown, the first half and the second half.
The next award is the LHSAA State Farm Prep Classic Individual Player Medals for John Curtis High School. They're being presented by State Farm agent Nora Vaden Holmes of Metairie. They go to head coach J.T. Curtis.
Medals for all of the athletes to keep. That's a bunch of medals.
Really is. And now the
final award presented
big
by
award
State
that they've been
Farm
waiting for.
Agent Terry Alario of West Wego is the Class 2A LHSAA State Farm State Championship Trophy, John Curtis Christian High School. Head coach J.T. Curtis, principal, Mr. Larry Manguno.
That senior class that were freshmen the last time Curtis won it will take the first photograph with the new LHSAA trophies that started handing out this season, and the entire team now will gather around that trophy and make a little more room in the trophy case for the Patriots. They're bringing home another one.
They're going to have to build a new trophy case. 24 state championship trophies that John Curtis has, and they picked up their latest one today. River Ridge, Louisiana, that's where the Patriots, that's their home. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at our Gulf Coast Office Products final stats of the game.
Well, at the half, it was all Winnfield, but look at the second half. John Curtis ends up with 326 total yards rushing. They had led 68 yards rushing, I believe, at the half. They ended up with 211. They almost evened up the time of possession. More penalties than J.T. Curtis would like, and he'll let them know about it. Neither team did very well on third down conversions. But at the half, Winnfield had 12 first downs to 2. They end up the game 13 first downs to 12. So a dominant second half by the Patriots.
All right, let's check in now with Erin Cofield. She has J.T. Curtis.
Coach, how proud are you of these guys?
Well, you know, it was a tremendous effort. We didn't play as well as we needed to play in the first half, but I've got to give a lot of credit to Winnfield and their offensive skill. We went in at halftime, made some adjustments. Our coaches did a great job and came out and really kind of played the kind of football we anticipated playing all along. But, you know, I think a lot of things were a factor. One was the early morning start. I think it took a little time to get both teams kind of woken up a little bit. But you couldn't be more proud of a group of seniors who has gone through the adversity of these guys. Lose a starting quarterback. We've lost a starting left tackle. We've lost a starting linebacker. So they've really overcome a tremendous amount to be here.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank
Let
you.
me talk to him. The 24th championship in school history, and number 24 is our Napa Auto Parts MVP and the player of the game. How exciting is this for you guys?
It's very exciting. We knew we lost 2 years in a row, and we just wanted to play hard, and that's what we came out to do. And everybody was focused and pumped up, and we knew this was our chance, so everybody just did their part, and we played hard, and we look at the results. We're the champions.
All right, congratulations.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Dennis and Rob, up to you.
All right, thank you, Aaron. John Curtis came out after halftime, and they came out a different football team in the second half.
They came out, John, because it wasn't John Curtis football in the first half, but Winnfield had a lot to do with that. They really had figured it out on defense and had shut down that offense. Only 2 first downs in that first half, but in the second half, John Curtis played John Curtis football and made some adjustments and made it tough on Winnfield.
Well, we want to thank all of you for joining us, and we invite you to tune in on Friday at 7 p.m. Central for the 3A championship game as the A-Meet Warriors take on the St. Charles Catholic Comets. For Rob Bushmack and Aaron Cofield, I'm Dennis McCain with the final score. John Curtis, 33. Winnfield, 3 from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in the Big Easy. Good night, everybody.